day everyone, I am Shipman Cesar, and we are going to show you the procedure in bunkering operation. First that we are going to do is explain to you what are requirements for the operation, then we will show you a short role playing. Now I will be going to explain a little bit about bunkering. The word bunker is commonly used in defense forces, which means that is in an area to store, safeguard personnel, and supplies. Bunker is also derived from a Scottish word which means a reserve seat or bench. In the shipping industry, the word bunker is used for fuel and lube oils, which are stored on a ship and used for machinery operation only. There are different types of bunker fuel such as heavy fuel oil bunker, diesel oil bunker, marine gas oil bunker, lube oil bunker, LNG fuel bunker. Let us now go to the bunkering operation procedure and the checklist, which will be explained by Lamoko.
Thank you, Mr. Gakusan, for that explanation. Now I'm going to give you a brief explanation about what to do in bunkering operation and also our checklist to be prepared. First, let me introduce myself. I am Midshipman Andrew De Lamoco, and let us now dive into the procedures and checklist in bunkering operations. So, bunkering on a ship can be divided into three different stages. First is the preparation, second is the perform, and third is the wrap up. Before we go to our checklist, we have to take note of the following. First, we must familiarize ourselves with MEPC.1/Circular 736 Rev 2, wherein contents for recording oil operations are there. We should not hesitate to stop bunkering to avoid a spill. Also, a bunker tank's preloading conditions must be listed in the preloading plan. We should also take note on the communication procedures and emergency procedures. Now, let us go to our preloading plan. As you can see in the image, this is where we are going to input the data of the oil that we are going to bunker. It is expressed in cubic meters and in tons. Sounding before bunkering, after bunkering, and percentage full after bunkering is listed here in the preloading plan. As I have said earlier, there are three stages in bunkering: the preparation, perform, and the wrap up. For the first stage, which is the preparation stage, it is also known as the checklist for pre-bunkering. As you can see, you have to tick on the box if items are in the list, and such as hoisting B red flag and red light that indicates bunkering operations. Next is the perform or during bunkering checklist. These are the checklists that needs to be checked while commencing the bunkering procedures, such as agreed pumping rate, soundings, agreed supply pressure, and many others, as you can see on the image shown. The third is the wrap-up stage, or we can say the after bunkering checks. These things are what you are going to check after bunkering to secure that there is no single spill of oil. You are going to tick on the box if hoses and lines are drained, flanges and valves are properly closed, and many others as shown on the image. That is all for our bunkering procedures and checklist for bunkering operations.
Hi, I'm Midshipman Delfinazzi Alogo Jr. and I will give you a brief information about the SOPEP, or also known as Ship Oil Pollution Emergency Plan. In a vessel, there is an emergency plan that can be used in a case of emergency, such as fire, piracy, listing or capsizing, and many others. On the other hand, there is also an emergency plan that is used especially for bunkering operation. This is called the Ship Oil Pollution Emergency Plan, or also known as SOPEP. SOPEP is a requirement in the Annex 1 of MARPOL 7378. It says that all ships with 400 GT and above must carry an oil prevention plan as per IMO and Marine Environmental Protection Committee. Master of the ship is the overall in charge for the SOPEP, along with the chief engineer, a subordinate in charge for implementing the SOPEP on board. SOPEP contains the following things. First is the action plan that contains the duty of the crew members in time of an oil spill. It also includes emergency master and actions. It also contains the general information about the ship and the owner of the ship. It also has material that is provided for pollution prevention such as oil absorbent pads, sawdust bags, booms, and etc. Reporting procedures are also included and authorities to contact in case of oil spill are provided in this emergency plan. Those are the some of the things that the SOPEP contains. Master is also the overall in charge in case of any incident related to oil spill, and he will be the one to inform the authorities about it. The chief engineer, on the other hand, will be in charge of the bunkering operation, and he will be the one to instruct his subordinates to prepare the SOPEP kit prior to any oil-related operation such as sludge transfer, lube oil bunkering, fuel oil bunkering, and etc. Now, let us show you a short scenario on bunkering operations.
Motor vessel Dora is on a voyage passing through the Pacific Ocean to her port of destination. The chief engineer consults the master on the reserved fuel oil to be consumed during more than 5 days of voyage.
Good day, Captain. I would like to consult to you that our reserve fuel oil is not sufficient for our voyage when we are going to pass through Pacific Ocean.
Oh, Chief, thank you for informing. Please calculate the amount of the oil that will be transferred so that we can maintain the proper drop and trim our vessel. I hold later a pre-bunker conference so that our crew will know each of the duties, okay?
A few moments later.
Hello, Captain. I have completed the bunker plan. We can now discuss to the company our plan and send it to the owner so that we can start the bunkering process.
Okay, Chief, I will now announce that at 1,000 hours we'll discuss about the bunkering operation, then we'll contact the company and the owners so we can start bunkering in the afternoon, okay?
During the meeting, the pre-bunkering checklists are discussed with the crew. During bunkering checklists are also discussed as well as after bunkering checklist. Ship oil pollution emergency plan is also discussed and each crew are assigned to their designated area. The chief engineer now discusses to his assistant, the fourth engineer, what to do during operation.
Okay, engineer, the rate of fueling should not exceed 300 tons per hour. You should check the pressure on the bunker line and it must generally not exceed 3 bars. You should also aware of emergency stop signals.
The fourth engineer has responded that the instructions are clear. On the other hand, the master is supervising the bunkering team on the deck.
Oh, come on, guys. Before we start bunkering, please recheck the lines and the valves and do not forget to open the valve at the bunkering flange, okay?
While the bunkering operation is in progress, the sounding is always checked and noted for documentation. The bunkering operation went smooth and there are no discrepancies during the operation. The tanks are checked by sounding before, during, and after the operation. There are no problems at the end and bunkering operation was successful. Now, the motor vessel Dora is ready to depart to her port of destination without problems in fuel consumption, thanks to the cooperation of the crew members and the unison of the master and the chief engineer.